Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Scott Van Pelt. And I'm here with Chucky Atkins.
Yeah, Chucky Atkins.
Is that a person?
Yeah, it's the most random NBA player you could have thought of.
That's what I thought, yeah.
How are we doing, Scott?
Good. I grew my hair out.
You should be interviewing me. I don't interview you.
No, Scott Van Pelt is more famous than Chucky Atkins.
Yeah, but he's famous for interviewing people like Chucky Atkins.
Is that what he's famous for? Or is he famous for...
He's famous for being on TV and then interviewing people and shit and doing sports.
Yeah. But I'm famous for mainly being hot. That's the main reason why people look forward to Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah, no, he's
a sexy man.
He's a sexy dude. No one rocks those glasses like he does.
Yeah. So, I'm sexy, knowledgeable, awesome. And you, on the other hand, can't remember songs that are stuck in your head.
Yeah.
And you also have an issue with thank you versus you're welcome.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to touch on both of these to start the episode.
Okay, good.
The first one being when you came to my house today, you said you have a song that's been stuck in your head, and maybe the people can help you figure it out.
Okay. You're not going to be able to help me because I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I was just sitting here at work and... I don't know. You know how you just kind of have those random sound bites that just will kind of pop up in your brain? I have this it's just this little sound bite where it just goes, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa. It's just a song. It's some EDM song. I don't know what it's attached to, but that's in my brain. And I know that I've seen it or heard it recently. And it kind of gave me some good kind of happy vibes.
So it gave you happy vibes.
Yeah.
Do you think this is from a commercial, a show? Maybe it's just a song you heard on Spotify.
No, I feel like there's visuals attached to it. I almost feel like it's kind of like Love Island, like a
reality show intro, or
like an intro to a reality show where it's just like a promotion saying, "Here's our show," and it's just the song playing with some hot people in the screen.
Okay. That does help narrow it down.
No, it does, but that also might not be true. That just might be what I visualize this song going to. But I don't know what it is.
What have you been watching recently?
Dude, that's the thing is I've been thinking, and it's only sports. I'm not watching anything else. At least nothing else with commercials that would pop on.
So just hum it one more time. Okay.
It's like a
so it's
and
quick.
Then it might repeat. I don't fucking know.
It could be next week on CBS.
Yeah,
and then it shows
it's just frustrating because it's my stupid brain, dude. It's it knows that I know something, but it doesn't want to give me the full answer, and it just really pisses me off.
Yeah, that's kind of it is your brain plotting against you.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of thinking about it in the car, my brain is kind of controlling me. And so what if I'm not actually the one that's my brain that's controlling me, and the brain's just kind of got the power of its own, and I'm just, my consciousness is just
living in
is
it.
Just this body, this shell, and the brain kind of just feeds me certain information that I go out and do things.
Yeah.
So this brain's just pulling a trick on me or something.
Do you think you are your brain, or do you think you are Kyle and you have a brain?
I mean, I think I am my brain, but I could spin this where if I committed a crime, I could be like, well, my brain just told me to do it.
Yeah. But I don't know if we are our brain, because everyone has terrible thoughts, but you're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions.
But your thoughts are
I've had thoughts of killing people.
I have too.
And it's not me. I don't want to do that. It's just
maybe
thought.
it is. It could be your innate instincks. I don't know.
To kill babies? No.
But maybe.
No way.
Well, but that's true. I don't know why those thoughts would pop in our head.
I think it's because they're separate things.
But the dropping thing that's expensive, you shouldn't do it, but you want to.
Yeah.
But why would your brain just tell you to do that? But do you think your brain... I don't know. Are you your brain?
I don't think so. But do you think you control... So if we think there's two separate things, which I don't know if we do.
I don't think I do.
I think they're separate. But I don't know. But anyways, do you think you control your brain, or your brain controls you?
I think your brain controls you. Your brain definitely controls you.
So the decisions you make, is that your brain telling you to do it and then you doing it? Or is
Yeah.
it you deciding you want to do it and then your brain taking the action to do it?
I mean, there's literally like scientific proof of like your brain sending signals.
Yeah,
to
but
do
I'm saying
things.
before those signals get sent,
Yeah. No,
is it you, Kyle, deciding you want to pick this up, or is my brain telling me you're gonna pick it up?
I don't think it's when it's something simple like I need to drink a water. I don't know if it's Kyle telling me to do that. I think it's my thirst sensor
But
of
it's
my
not like
brain.
it's not like a compulsion, like you have to do it.
No, but yeah.
So it's desire. It's like a want. It's like you're doing that for your own pleasure.
But it's still your brain, right?
Yeah, but it's I just don't know if it's like your soul wanting to do that and
Okay,
then
so
your
you're
brain
arguing
facilitates. I'm debating our soul versus our
Okay.
brain.
Okay. Because I was thinking like empty body, like because our body's just a shell at the end of the day.
Well, yeah. I don't mean like your literal body itself. I mean your soul as Kyle
Yeah. Versus brain.
versus your brain.
Yeah, I think the brain might be things like drinking water. Like I really need to drink water. I really need to take a shit. Really need to pee. Whatever. And then everything else is just my soul, like
Is
decisions.
like you deciding that you're going to do that. Like your brain tells you that you're thirsty, and then you decide to let your brain do that, and then it does it.
Yeah,
Is that
I think, dude.
that's guys? That's right. That's what Kyle and I went to school for.
That's true. We
We
are
studied this.
medical scientist doctors. So
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't know. We're not.
we're not. No. If you believe from what I just said that I am one, then you're the
Those
problem.
you got other problems.
You are the problem.
So you can't remember this stupid song, but then also,
Yep.
if you guys are part of our Patreon, you will have seen it by now. So every month we post like a behind the scenes vlog of just like what it was like doing PIMS that month, random shit that no one else gets to see. But I think this last month was the funniest one by far. Like I was dying, and one of the clips was Kyle just sent me this video one night of him sitting on his couch, and you were talking about
Just sharing some thoughts.
thank you and you're welcome
Mm-hmm.
and the implications that come along with those words.
Correct. Would you like me to dive back into that?
Yeah, can you just break it down?
Sure. Okay, so let's do something simple like you hand me that pen. Hand me that pen. Thank you. And to which
You're welcome.
John would reply, "You're welcome." Now, I was kind of thinking about that. When someone says thank you, you're thanking them for a service. I'm big on thank yous, love thank yous, big thank you guy. But when you respond to a thank you, saying you're welcome doesn't feel like that should be the right response, because when you're saying you're welcome, it's like you are welcome to what I just did for you. So that just means like you can just have this pen whenever. And we could take it a step bigger, like, hey, can I have some of those Doritos? Sure. Or like, thank you, you're welcome. Like, oh, I'm welcome to those Doritos? Well, I'm just going to have all your Doritos now. I don't know. I just feel like it kind of opens the gates of like, obviously I know people aren't going to do that, but the literal words are saying you are welcome to do
Yeah.
this.
Well, that's an example. Like the words though don't necessarily literally mean you're welcome to all of this thing.
Yeah, but it's like, why do we have to say you're welcome? That's a weird thing whoever decided
I
that.
think it's to make people feel at home and feel comfortable, and it's like, oh, I'm welcome here. That means they care about me. They want me here. But I agree. If I said, hey, you're welcome, man, or if I say like make yourself at home,
That's different.
and then someone builds like a fort in my home, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be pissed.
Yeah,
like
I mean-
if there was a guy that I just met and he was like having a hard night, I'm like, hey man, listen, you can stay on my couch until you get your shit together. If that's like a week or 2 weeks, make yourself at home. But then if I say that and he just like starts tearing shit up,
He's making himself at home.
I'd be pissed. So
Yeah.
is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, and I don't know. I know that people aren't going to actually just be like, oh, I'm welcome to everything. Okay, let me just take all of your things. I know that that's not what's going to happen, and obviously this is just me overplaying this situation. But if you really think about it, why do we say you're welcome? Like, there could be other things you could say, like acknowledged. Like, I acknowledge that you're thanking me. Or reciprocated. Like, I reciprocate what you just said to me. I am thanking you for thanking me.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, reciprocated.
Doesn't that sound? Well, I guess it only sounds weird because we
Yeah.
never say it.
Or acknowledged, or
Acknowledge would be kind of good, but then it feels like just kind of like a dick because it's like I'm grateful for you, and then you're basically saying by saying acknowledged, you're like I'm aware that you're grateful of me, but I'm not going to say that I'm grateful of you. Kind of.
Yeah. I feel like
I guess you're welcome doesn't really say that either. All you're welcome really implies is like what you just did is cool with me, and you are welcome to, like you said.
Yeah, I'm not a big "you're welcome" guy. And I don't even realize that I don't say you're welcome, but to me that's never been my go-to response. I've always been a no problem or like a sure.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I've said literally you're welcome.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, wait, what do I say?
Because when I say you're welcome to someone, it almost makes it seem like, yeah, I did do something for you. It's like, all right.
Yeah. So if someone holds the door open for you.
Yeah, I say no problem.
Or if you hold open, okay.
Because if they walk past me and I go, you're welcome, after they thanked me, I realize that that's probably just completely normal. But in my head, it's like, it's a little more demeaning. Maybe that's just me.
Okay. Do you have an alternative option for the listeners? If maybe
no problem.
Maybe they're big you're welcome people. You think they just gotta? What else can they say? Maybe they don't like no problem, because then it sounds like, where was the problem?
There is no problem, though.
I know, but if you're saying there's no problem,
right.
It makes it sound like there could have been a problem.
Because I've actually heard boomers complain about people saying no problem, because then it's like, well, now there might have been a problem. And it's like, all right, boomer, calm down. Now I realize I sound like a boomer because I'm complaining about you're welcome, but
yeah,
it's fine.
Who did you hear? Who complained about no problem? Do people complain about
I've seen
that
on Twitter before.
Oh.
It was like some old dude. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I guess I don't really know what else you'd say otherwise.
No biggie.
Yeah, but then it's implying that it may have been a biggie.
Yeah. So if someone says thank you, I could say, yup.
Yeah, I usually say sure. I don't know. If it's a casual thank you, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I've never thought about this. I'm trying to think what I say to strangers. No problem. Yeah, I say no problem.
No problem.
That's like 95% of the time I think I say no problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a you're welcome guy.
Or it's all good.
Yeah.
Because then it's like you're reiterating that everything's cool. So that might be better than no problem, because you're not implying there could be a problem. You're just saying everything's awesome.
Another one that I say is absolutely. If I'm in basically if I'm at work and I do something for someone, if I hold a door open or if I give them something, I'll say absolutely.
Oh, because it's
I
wanted to do this. I went out of my way to do this.
Yeah. It's like I enjoyed doing this. I enjoyed opening this door. I didn't enjoy it. I opened it though.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I could not do a customer service thing for I could do it for a bit, but I could never make my whole career out of something like in hospitality where you're always kind of catering to someone else's emotions.
Yeah.
And even if I don't know, that's why when I go to a restaurant or a hotel or wherever, if the worker that I'm interacting with kind of is self-aware or kind of breaks the fourth wall in the sense that they're I'm not supposed to do this, but shit like that.
Yeah.
Or they're like, hey, normally I would show you this, but you won't care, so I'm not going to show you this. Shit like that.
I'm all about that.
I remember one time I was on a tour or something of I don't know what it was. And the tour guy was like, yeah, so then we're supposed to show you this, but it kind of sucks and no one really likes it anyway, so I'm just going to skip over that. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Or if I went into the gym and one of the person was like, I don't know. I just feel like stuff like the opposite of what I would expect is what I appreciate sometimes.
No, I was going to say that too. And I realize it's probably good to have good manners or whatever. It's not like you don't have to have good manners, but I guess as a business owner, you'd probably want your people to be good customers. But I appreciate when people kind of don't give me good customer service.
Whoa.
Or no, not bad customer service, but good customer service, but not in that oh, of course.
Yeah.
That kind of way. Because that shit's just it's fake as fuck. You don't want to be here.
If you went into the gym not the one you work at, but the one you went to go work out at.
Okay.
You walk in and you're like, hey, how's it going? And the guy's like, what's up? And he doesn't even get up. Would that make you feel better?
Well, I wouldn't really say hi to. I wouldn't have really.
I'm just trying to basically implement something that you just said into a real experience. So if you
Okay, I would appreciate more of like hey man, what's up? Rather than hey, how you doing today?
hello, sir.
Yeah.
How can I help you today?
Don't call me sir. I don't want to be called sir.
Yeah, they're like, what's up, man?
Yeah, just call me that.
Okay.
Like, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
How's it going, man? I don't know. Like when I see younger people come into my gym, that's kind of how I talk to them. And then they reciprocate back to me in like a normal talking fashion. And then it's like, wow, this is just a normal conversation.
It's like,
and
who
it's not
created this? Dude, that's true. Everyone who you interact with in a business setting that like where you're casual and they reciprocate that casualness, it makes you think, why the fuck did we have to, who created this concept of like this professional, over professionalness of these customer service jobs? It almost seems like it's just these dicks who are in charge.
Yeah.
Who want to, because like that's a norm, and I get that that's a norm, so people expect that because their whole life they've grown up kind of expecting that. But if that could slowly change over time to where like, you know, you go to McDonald's and instead of saying, hi, welcome to McDonald's, what can I get for you today? If they're like, hey man, how's it going? What do you want? Like, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. And it's probably better in some situations than others because like if I had a waiter just come up and be like, all right, what do you want? I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but there's better way. There's ways of being nice and not being that over professional person. Yeah. Like obviously if you're doing customer service, you should be nice and helpful and generally like higher energy, but you don't need to be, oh, hello sir, like Chick-fil-A. My pleasure. Fuck you.
It wasn't. You didn't want to
so
do that.
Not your pleasure. And you're not getting paid enough to say it's my pleasure.
There are some of those people though at Chick-fil-A that I'm like, you might have just gotten pleasure out of. Like, if you're
that might
seem like a
pleasure.
strange person.
Yeah,
you might have got some pleasure out of that.
No, it's a strange. Yeah, it's a special kind of energy that you have to like stick with Chick-fil-A.
Bro, if I had to work at Chick-fil-A, I think I would last a week.
Dude, I can't do that fake energy. And you have to do it for a lot of jobs, but I hate it.
Yeah.
It hurts my core.
All right, here. I want to do I haven't worked customer service since like high school, but I want to try like a fake I want to try a fake and nice person voice.
Okay. So, what am I doing?
I'll be like you'll be my customer, I'll be the waiter.
Okay.
Hey sir, welcome to the My Dick's Huge Cafe. Our special
Cool.
Our specialty is miso soup and chunks of my penis.
Nice.
Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Would you like me to start you with some waters or some coffee?
Can I get coffee?
Yeah, sure. Would you like cream in that? Would you like my cream in your coffee?
Let's go coffee. Yeah, can I make sure that you're pouring the cream in like
oh, you want
right
to see me? I
want to see you cream in my coffee.
Oh yeah, of course, sir. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get prepped for the cream. Okay. How did this turn sexual so quickly?
Yeah, I don't know. Also, I farted and it smells real bad right now. I'm sorry. I laughed and it kind of just came out.
Lucky for you, I have a terrible sense of smell, so maybe this might go unnoticed.
I mean, I'm
but
noticing
yeah,
it.
You're the bitch who didn't want to fucking. What were we debating about?
Am I still a customer?
There's poop. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, My Dick's Huge Cafe.
What's up, bitch? What can I get you?
You were complaining that there's always poop particles everywhere.
Of course, there are.
And now you're the one contributing to these poop particles.
I'm not saying I don't contribute. I totally contribute. I contribute my fair share, without a doubt.
You just acknowledge that it's a reality.
I just am acknowledging that I'm currently breathing in shit. And so are you.
Yeah. I mean, I eat shit like twice a week.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So, like, I'm kind of my immune system. Also,
so wait, did you cream in my coffee or what's good?
Well, the scene kind of ended.
Oh, okay.
So
with the fart, or
we're gonna have to, if the movie ever gets funded,
yeah,
then we'll really see what happens
after the fart, post fart.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast with a guy who's like a nutritionist and like immune fucking biologist, some shit, like some smart health person.
Marine biologist?
Definitely not that. But he was basically saying like what's been so weird about these lockdowns and COVID and everything is like our immune system gets strengthened by one, going outside and getting
pulled my water wrong, and I was trying to hold that down.
Sir, can you shut the fuck up? We're at My Dick's Huge Cafe, and here we respect all the people around us by being quiet and considerate. So you need to shut the fuck up and drink your cum coffee.
Sorry, I just have COVID, so I've been coughing a lot.
Okay, but basically, your immune system gets stronger and healthier by going outside and getting vitamin D, like being outside and being by like plants and soil and things with other, I don't know the fucking term,
minerals,
like
nutrients.
minerals and nutrients and shit like that, like getting your hands dirty in soil and gardening and like playing outside, like that strengthens your immune system. But then also like being around other people who, obviously you don't want to be around people that have COVID, but just being around other people that have different immune systems than you and different like
things inside of them.
I don't know, antibodies or some shit. I don't know what the term is, but like his point was like, what's been so weird about all this is that like the governments have been forcing people to lock down, which as a result, you're isolating, you're getting way less vitamin D. You're isolating from this kind of like, I don't know the term, like biodiversity of like going outside and like having other things come into your system and strengthen it.
Biome. Maybe that's it.
Maybe something. But it's just such a weird thing that like the quarantine started to protect us, but it kind of like what's happened is we've like gotten weaker. People have gained weight, became less healthy. Their immune systems have gotten weaker, way mentally unhealthy. Not enough like vitamins, particularly vitamin D. And it's just, I don't know. Like, I mean, you said the other day, I think it was you or someone I was talking to was like, there hasn't been enough emphasis on being healthy.
Yeah.
And like strengthening your immune system that way.
Yeah.
And how most of the people dying or have some other health condition. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know how we got here, where I was going with that. But it was just really interesting to me to hear that like, although in this time where everyone's like obsessed with being afraid of things and like obsessed with just like trying to find I feel like, I don't know, obviously people want everyone to be safe and I get that, but it seems like a lot of times people want a reason to not do things or like a reason to tell someone they can't do something.
Quarantine's been a huge reason for a lot of people to not do things.
Yeah. And I feel like, but even others, like it enables you to have this power to be like, oh dude, you can't do that. Or like, oh, you shouldn't do that. And then I don't know. It's just been so weird. And the longer that this goes on, the more it's like, I don't know. I feel like the more I'm just learning about how some of the ways things have been implemented have been so fucking backwards.
Yeah.
And I never like, I'm not, obviously we're young and I'm not knowledgeable on any of this stuff, but
no, you're a doctor, remember?
Yeah. I graduated with a degree in neuroscience. But it's just really opened my eyes, like as this has gone on for over a year now, and I listen to so many podcasts, and I hear a bunch of different like types of podcasts too, and so you get to hear different perspectives, and it's just interesting hearing people that are professionals in fields saying like this is literally the most unproductive way or like ineffective way to go about trying to like minimize the spread of the virus.
Well, I also feel like there's been so many people, I've heard stories or people just saying that doing simple tasks gets them way more tired than usual. Like if I have a day where I'm like pretty busy the whole day doing things, that just wipes me out.
Yeah.
And normally that wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing a lot of other people where like they cross off one thing off their list and they're like, oh, like that was a day.
Yeah. Or the days when you don't have a lot of stuff to do, but you have like one thing to do.
Can't do it.
That one thing is like so much harder. And I think that's just a result of like not seasonal depression, but just depression that has been inevitably caused just by the state of like everyone's life for the last year.
Yeah. And I also think that being more conditioned to do less things per day, you're not used to doing the regular amount of things that you were doing before.
Yeah. And I mean, during lockdown, so many people have, you know, it's the mindset of like, oh, you know, if you're more unproductive, like that's okay because this is such a weird time right now. Like it's okay to feel like you're lazy or whatever. And I get that from like a mental health perspective. But I do think what's scary is it's getting to a point now where it's like, this is going to be wrapping up at some point, and
people are not wrapping up.
And people, yeah, I feel like the mindset people have is like, and I'm not saying I'm part of this too, but it's scary because when things go back to normal, you can't just have the mindset of like always doing nothing because like your life isn't going to go anywhere like that. And It's just kind of scary that I really feel like this last year and a half has changed the course of our entire generation's like worldview.
Yeah. I
Which
mean,
is
think
pretty crazy.
Think about all the things that have happened this year. We had COVID. We had the stuff with George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, all that stuff. Now we have basically we got Asian Lives Matter, like, you know, all that stuff. Just more better hate. Civil rights and equality being strived for. We also had the stock market crashing and people just being like, fuck all you rich hedge fund people. Like, it's changing a lot of norms that kind of were just always swept under the rug and people kind of just didn't really pay much attention to. And now it's like exposing all of it. It was at like a
boiling point, and now in the last year and a half, it feels like so many like life-changing events have happened.
And it's just been a year.
Yeah. And it's going to be crazy because I think that like the emphasis is now placed on so many different things that I don't know. It'll be crazy to see in like 40 years how this moment kind of like was the starting point of the rest of our lives in the sense that like there's probably so many kids that'll, you know, because of this, that'll study virology. Is that the study of viruses?
I don't fucking know. Probably.
Virology.
You might have just made up a word.
I think that's a word. I don't know. But, you know, or people that go into politics because they've seen how much of a fucking shit show it's been. And like,
also probably a lot of jobs are going to be stay at home now, like just working remote. Like that's probably going to be way, way more common.
Yeah.
And I wonder if traffic goes down.
I'm scared of that though. Like just for me, I think it's definitely probably the best move at the very least to have like a couple days a week from home. Cause a lot of jobs, there's no point for them to be there every day.
Yeah.
But for my own sanity, like I've worked at home for the last year, like whatever. And I just know that I feel like I need to have an office space, even if I end up being like self-employed, just having a space that's not where I live.
Yeah.
Just to feel like, all right, you're getting up and when you leave the house, you're going to a place to work. Whereas if I'm at home, it's like I can work, but I can also clean my room that I don't need to do. I can also walk downstairs and get a snack every 10 minutes. And
that's true. I mean, okay, you could get an office and then like lock yourself in for X amount of time and then you leave and then you're done for work for the day and you lock it, or like it only locks for certain hours of the day.
No, that's kind of what I would prefer, honestly. Yeah. And a lot of people, like I know a lot of creative people love just like working from home or in like a comfortable setting, whether it be their bedroom or a studio or whatever. But I like having things separate. Like I like knowing that I don't just come out here and chill in the studio. One, because it's freezing cold or way too hot.
It's also a garage.
It's also an old garage. But I like that it's like, all right, when you're in here, it's recording time, it's game time. But then when I'm in this other spot, it's work time and like editing time. And the last years, everything has just been all in one.
It's all a big jumble.
Yeah.
But I mean, most people are like that too right now.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
Yeah, I do know a lot of people though that I've heard of that say like I have no desire to go back to work. Like I just want to. They want to stay working remote. They like spending more time at home with their kids or whatever.
And I get that too, yeah. Because there's so many bullshit jobs where I'm not saying your job and what you do is bullshit, but I'm saying bullshit in the sense that there's some jobs that have these expectations of people to be there, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Wearing a suit and tie or like heels or whatever the fuck.
And it's like there is literally no point, particularly for a task-oriented job, where it's like, all right, this week this task is at hand. It's this presentation is all you have to do this week for your job. And if you fucking grind that shit out and you finish that on Wednesday night, your presentation is on Thursday, and you have like just the idea that you have to be at a job if there's nothing for you to work on.
Yeah.
Like you have to go in on Friday, even though there's nothing for you to do. And you already got your stuff done. You're already prepped for the next week. It's like, that's stupid.
I mean, there's flaws with just the way we do pretty much everything.
Yeah. I was reading I think it was a tweet, and then I was just kind of reading people's responses to it, and it was essentially that, I don't know it word for word, but it was basically like, we need to stop idolizing the grind mentality. And I don't know entirely how to feel about it. I'm kind of mixed, but like, a lot of people were saying that the grind, when people are like, oh, I worked fucking 70 hours this week, I'm on my grind, they're like, congratulations, you're getting exploited by a system that is built to not benefit you and to work you into the ground until you're dead. That's the one side where it's like, grinding is fucking pointless because this system is paying you barely nothing, depending on your job. I mean, obviously, if you're at like fucking high up in Apple and you're grinding, you're making a lot of money. But if you're grinding 80 hours in a week and you have no life and you're barely surviving, like, that's bullshit. And like, I don't know, people were just saying like this whole concept is like a scam and that we shouldn't and then so there's two sides. There's like that side where we shouldn't even have to work 5 days a week. Like, why have we just accepted that our life, like all of Western culture, not just America, or most of the modern world, accepts that Monday through Friday you work, Saturday, Sunday you chill. And that's just, people accept that is life. And it's like, I don't know why does it have to be like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you need people doing jobs to make the world work the way it should.
Yeah.
But do you really need to be working more of your life than you are living your life? Because life is about living, and it's not about just working for someone else.
Yeah.
So people are spending more hours committing time to doing something that some people just don't even like doing for somebody else, rather than just living their own life.
Substantially more time. It's not like almost 50-50. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. If you work 8 hours a day, 5 days, so 40 hours a week, and then let's say you're awake on Saturday and Sunday. Let's say you're from 9 a.m. to midnight. How many hours is that? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 15 hours. So 30. So you're awake and alive for 30 hours on the weekend, and then you're working for
40. But then I guess you get like a couple extra hours after the end of the night when you got to wake up early the next day anyway for your job, so you're not doing much.
Yeah, so like, even though you get off at 5, I feel like, I mean, a lot of people who work day jobs, it's hard to do like a lot of fun stuff other than go to dinner maybe after work because you're tired. It's already getting dark. And I don't know. I've just thought a lot about that. It's like, we've all just like, people are just, they just accept that, you know, you're in the prime of your life. You're young. You just graduated college, and then you just basically sign up. And don't get me wrong. Some people can make a lot of money, and that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about money, but it's just like, we just accept that, all right, for the next 50 years,
I'm yours.
I'm yours, whoever you is, like the system where, and I mean, I'm not trying to shit on like people. There are people whose dreams is to just have a family, get married, have kids. I don't even know if that's my dream, but I'm not trying to shit on that. It's just like the idea that, like you said, that we have to work 5 days and then chill 2 days. It just seems like stupid. But then again, I don't know how to. No, you have to find a way to get out of that. And if you want to be someone who's not a part of that, it's possible, because there's van life. That's why I really admire those van life people, are kind of these hippies who do their own thing. They don't give a shit. They wander around. They work a month in Montana, then they drive and work at some farm in Idaho. And
dude, I hate that hippie is like a negative term.
Yeah.
Of like people that don't work as hard, or they kind of just want to fuck the system and do their own thing. Those people are awesome.
Yeah.
Because they're living their life and not working for everybody else.
Yeah, and it's really, like, when you see that, if you see that in a video or on YouTube or a documentary, it's inspiring, because you're like, wow, they don't have the most money. They probably don't have a house, because if you're living that type of life, like, how can you afford that? And so then there's pros and cons, but it's something I've thought about a lot, not just recently, but for the last few years. I saw this documentary called Expedition Happiness, which is this couple. It's a documentary that someone made about this couple that lives in a van. And that's the whole concept, is it's just about them. They chose this life because they were trying to just be happy. And they felt like that was the simplest way to get there, was just to like let go of a lot of the material shit.
Are they happy?
Yeah, they seem pretty fucking happy.
Good.
But I don't know. So there's that side, but then there's also the other side of the grind mentality, which is that, you know, I do believe that if you have a dream, you got to really fucking work for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have to work way more hours than everyone else. And if you want to do something, you're going to have to work on weekends. You're going to have to skip special events sometimes because that's what it's required, because other people aren't willing to do that. And I really believe that. Like, I think there's some people that can be really successful just by happenstance, and they're just lucky to be here and happy to be there, and they just whatever. But I don't think the majority of successful people just like got there by chance.
Yeah.
So then it's this weird concept. It's like, all right, do you want to be successful in the sense of whether that be monetarily or just with yourself, like happiness wise? Like, it's hard because can you do both? Can you be financially successful and like business successful, but then also
be like mentally healthy, have good relationships,
not work 80% of your life? I don't like, can you do both of those? I don't know.
I mean,
and that's what's such a weird place to be in for us, for me at least. I don't know how you feel about
I'm
it, but
confused too.
It's like, I have so many dreams, but most of my dreams with my life, just for me, are like career based. And it's like making things that I feel like will last, just because that's what I don't know. That's just how I'm built. I just love the concept of having something that transcends just my life and that is there for a long time. That's why I love films too. But, you know, if you want to build something huge like that,
you have to work your ass off. You have to
work your fucking ass off. And when it's already not our career, you still got to make money outside of the dream.
It's double down.
So then it's like all you're doing is fucking working, which is exactly what I don't want to do.
Yeah, and then there's also the saying like, oh, you could work really hard for like 20 years so you can just chill for the rest of your life.
I would hate that.
Really?
Well, I guess what do
know.
You mean by
it's hard because
I don't really know.
Well, there's like the saying, if you work really hard now, maybe you do a job that you don't want to do, like you're selling insurance or something, and you just make bank, but you hate it.
Yeah.
And then you can retire early, and then you got the rest of your life. But it's like, do I really want to spend my 20s, 30s, and 40s working super hard and then like the rest of my life doing cool shit when I'm 50, 60,
yeah, but
70?
then by the time you're 50, a lot of the cool shit you want to do, your joints hurt.
Yeah.
You got arthritis.
That's what I'm saying. But then if I do it now, well, one, most young people don't have money to do it. And of course, you can travel on a budget, and there's all kinds of stuff you can do on a budget. But it's like, do I really want to just delay all that and just say like, I want to do all this cool stuff now while I'm in my 20s and 30s and then work? Because then I'm just delaying that, and then I got to work probably even longer. And then
potentially
retire
harder.
And then I'm just working to death.
Yeah. Was that you who was saying, or someone recently was like, every time you see a van life person, they're never strapped for like they're never totally broke.
Dude, they always got
How
money.
do they always have money?
Van shit, dude. I don't know. I don't know what they do, but they got money.
I feel like a lot of those people like got money beforehand.
You kind of have
and
to.
then did the van thing.
Yeah, it's pretty irresponsible.
Because if you really got $0, but you got your van, and like you still got to get gas money, food money. So I don't know how they do that.
Water.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, you're right. I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Cause you know, I don't know. If you're just literally working your whole life. And it's one thing, like I guess it's different because this type of work, this is work, but I love doing this.
It's fun work.
Yeah, so that's not really, like, I don't dread. If I was to work, 60 hours next week on PIMS, and it's some crazy chaotic week where I got all this shit and there's some big PIMS thing coming up, like, that's no problem with me because I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when you get to a point where you don't really have a choice, or you feel like you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Then you just got to work all the time. That's what's scary. But even when you feel like you don't have a choice in things, I think that oftentimes you do. Like, I think people get trapped into thinking that you have to do something.
That's true.
Or that there's no alternative, but maybe there is.
Also, when you got kids, I think, dude, all that goes out the window, and you gotta do what you gotta do,
bro.
So like that, I get. If you got kids, like you gotta do shit.
Dude, I know there's some people listening that have kids, whether you're like an older person or a young person who just had kids, bro. Those are the true warriors. Yeah. I don't know how you could just, I don't know. I couldn't do it.
You'd see people in I don't know about you at your college, but at my college, I would have classes and there would be a mom and like a little kid, or like a dad and a little kid. And I'm like, I respect the hell out of you. Like I remember one time, there was this, at the bus stop that I would take to go to school. This guy would always be at the bus stop with his little daughter, and he would just be trying to get to his college class. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the buses would be full, and everyone would just like step back and let them go because they need it more than we do. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's kind of dope. So you're saying the bus would come to the bus stop, but then you'd have to wait for the next one because it would be too full sometimes?
Like, yeah, because sometimes it'd be too full, and we just let them go on because
it's like you're grinding.
He needs it more. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, so you got to wait for 2 buses? Did you ever have back-to-back buses that were
usually
both
usually
full?
There's a couple buses falling through because
okay.
It's like a stop away from campus. It's just
so something else I wanted to talk about that I realized at the gym the other day. Dude, so many of my podcast ideas I have at the gym. I think I might have said this.
Thinking at the gym?
My best thinking is 100% done when I'm working out.
Dude, I don't think at all. That's weird.
That's all. Dude, I'm so like locked in, not to the workout itself, but I'm locked into like my own thoughts when I work out.
I completely shut my brain off. We're opposites.
That's funny. But I was thinking, it's going to be so crazy to see the long-term impacts that COVID and masks in particular has on the way that young people especially, interact with each other. Because I realized not only does it change your particularly your body language, because we've gotten so used to the last year talking to people face to face and you can't see anything other than their eyes.
It's way easier to hide your emotions when it's just your eyes that are showing.
Yeah, and it's way harder to kind of understand sarcasm and jokes and just little nuances that you get having a face-to-face conversation. Like, especially someone like Kyle who, like you'll have some sarcastic lines here and there. And I get it because I've known you forever. Mm-hmm. But if you have a mask on and you say some joke that's kind of funny but kind of sarcastic.
Yeah, and if I'm not smiling really like enough for you to see that my eyes are squinting, then you have no idea what I just said to you. And you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, and I've noticed when I go to get food in particular and all the workers have masks and I have a mask, I feel so much more disconnected. Because they're like, oh, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh, hi, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like blank. It's just blank here. Mm-hmm. And it's made me realize it's probably changed how people talk with a lot more use of arms maybe. And like also I think the use of gestures with your eyes and just really trying to accentuate your emotions with your eyes.
Interesting.
And
do you feel like you try to do that?
I think it's just natural. I think that if you're talking to someone and because you can tell if someone's not really understanding you. You know, if you're talking to someone and you can tell that they don't really know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I feel like I can kind of tell, or if they're not really connecting.
I feel like I've been getting more of that lately, though. And I don't know if it's because I'm not explaining myself well enough because you can't see my face, or because I can't tell that they actually don't look confused, but they just seem confused because I'm only seeing their eyes.
Yeah, so it'll be, I don't know, it's so weird, and I'd be curious to see when we get to a point where, not the majority of people are wearing masks anymore. It'll be interesting to see how it feels talking to people, to strangers.
Yeah, it's going to be weird just seeing faces again. You know what I mean? Like in real life faces. Like I see your face, I see Jordan's face, like people, my friends. Yeah. But I don't see just like casual dude walking down the street. It's pretty rare that I see a mouth.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? It's going to be weird seeing that again.
Yeah. I've learned.
Everyone's going to be awkward, dude.
Yeah, it'll be weird. Everyone's already awkward.
Yeah.
I learned that you can tell if someone's hot just based on their eyes. a lot of times.
But I think there's mascot though.
Oh,
I think there's
So
mascot.
As soon as they take the mask off, you don't think they're hot?
Maybe they just got really pretty eyes or something. I don't know.
But I think that like oftentimes, if you got pretty eyes,
Yeah.
you're probably pretty.
Although I don't know, like when I've been seeing. Okay, so I work at a gym, so like I'll sometimes people's pictures will pop up, and I see them walking in with a mask on, and their picture that it pops up on my screen is not what I would have predicted they looked like otherwise.
Whoa.
Like I've noticed it very. Sometimes it's very different, and I would not have recognized them otherwise.
Damn. So they kind of catfish you or reverse catfish you.
Yeah, without even knowing it. It's kind of special.
Yeah. It'll be funny when we get to a point where at like herd immunity or whatever and everyone's vaccinated, there's probably still going to be like when you definitely don't have to wear a mask anymore, there's still going to be a few stragglers.
Oh, definitely.
Who are like hypochondriacs who
there's people that hypochondriac.
Yeah. Who like people that are really terrified of germs who like wear masks for the next 3 years.
Dude, I mean, I bet you're going to see a lot more on the airplanes or just in like big public areas.
Airplanes are really safe though.
Yeah, but
Airports are a gross place.
But even before like COVID and stuff, you would see people in Asian countries wearing masks, and we would all be like, "What? Like, why are they wearing masks? What are they trying to shield themselves from?" And here we are.
Yeah,
all you had to do was mask up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it could have protected them either.
That's true. But it did.
Asian countries still got it.
They got rid of it way quicker.
Well,
they also have a more strict government.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how things change in a few years from now. So guys, today, if you're new around here, how it works is we have A and F of the week. You know, someone who aced it, someone who just flunked entirely and pooped their pants, and then also the battle bracket. So let's you know what? Let's start with the battle bracket today. All right. So this is the bracket to find the coolest thing on planet Earth ever.
No, the best thing on planet Earth.
Okay, best thing. All right, today we have when you Mike.
When you Mike?
When you make eye contact with someone and you both know exactly what you're thinking versus.
What am I thinking?
I don't know. I'm sexy?
No.
No?
You'll never know.
Okay. Versus.
I was thinking about penguins.
Okay, how the fuck would I know that?
I'm wearing a penguin sweatshirt. You could have at least guessed that.
Damn, bro. What? Okay. When you make eye contact with someone and you know exactly what they're thinking, penguins.
Yeah.
There we go.
Got it.
Versus completing a ton of errands in one day.
All right. So like
what's the best thing?
The feeling of completing errands, or the feeling of like you and your buddy are maybe in the same class or something, or your guys are in the same, maybe you're on the same tour and like the tour guide like farts or something and you both kind of look at each other and you just know.
Yeah. Or maybe not fart, because fart's kind of obvious, but maybe the tour guide like says something in a weird way, or you guys both think it's weird and you look at each other. Or, you know, you wake up, it's Thursday, you have to stop by the art store and get paint for your kid.
Of course.
You have to meal prep. You have to get an oil change. You have to get a car wash. You also got to work for like a few hours.
A lot of these things are things I actually need to do.
And imagine you have a day where you do all of that in one day and there's nothing on your agenda.
Yeah, that's just Sunday. I mean,
that's another part of the whole system scam, is that your weekend isn't really a full couple days off, because usually the day before you go back to work is the day where you have to work all fucking day doing errands that you couldn't do during the week because you were working all week.
Yeah. I hate that. Like, I mean, I get it, because people that work at a mechanic or whatever, they don't want to work late hours, but it sucks that I can't just drop my car off right after work. And for some places you can. It's just that they close like right after. You know what I mean?
Like a lot of businesses close at 6 and you're like,
well, that's when I get off.
That's when I got off work.
Yeah. And then it's like, I guess I could come at 6 in the morning when I'm on the way, or when I'm waking up or something, but you're not open yet.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So I don't know. Which one's better, Kyle? Because Kyle and I had a moment recently where I don't know what we were. I think we were like talking about oranges or something. And Kyle and I made eye contact, and we just absolutely lost it. Not a single word was said, though, but we knew.
Yeah, oranges.
And it just couldn't control, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
And now for the rest of my life, whenever oranges are referenced,
always going to be funny.
Like, I guarantee if there's a moment where someone we don't know was like sitting over there talking about oranges and whips out like a bag full of oranges.
Dude, if I see cuties ever.
Like, Kyle and I wouldn't even have to say anything. We would look at that, look at each other, and we know. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good feeling.
It is. I like that one better.
Okay. I agree. That's the best. All right. Eye contact.
All right.
Next week, the matchup will be...
This will be completing our final four.
Sun after hella rain versus Dippin' Dots.
What a stupid bracket this is. All right.
Yeah, be on the lookout, guys.
Okay.
Now, A and F.
A and F.
Who aced it this week?
I'm going to give my A to a 2-time guest of PIMS, Mr. Joe Rossman, who is also a Mariners bat boy. He will be on TV the day that this episode comes out on Monday on ESPN. Get ready because you can watch the Mariners play the White Sox, and you might see Joe picking up some balls, picking up some bats from the White Sox dugout.
The Joe, guys.
Yep.
The Joe that was on our show is going to be on his face, will be plastered over ESPN.
Yeah, they're definitely going to highlight him and talk about him.
They're going to zoom in on his face.
Bat boy Joe, look at the way he grabbed that bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet. I'm definitely watching.
If he was a real baller, he would wear a PIMS shirt underneath his Mariners uniform. Then he would pull down his pants butt naked, but would leave his PIMS shirt on, streak all across the field, and just do like front flips. And then he'd go viral. And as a result, Peak to Middle School would go viral.
Yeah,
and he would lose his job, but that's okay because he's doing one for the boys.
It helps our brand.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if that really helps our brand.
You know.
Take some, you lose some. Win some, you lose some.
That's not the same.
Take them, you get them.
Yeah.
You know.
So, yeah, shout out to Joe. You guys, if you like baseball, I know there's got to be a big chunk of you guys that are sports fans.
Just turn on ESPN Monday.
What time?
April 7:10 Pacific time. So
Which is
it's a little bit of a later one, guys.
Damn, 10 p.m. on the East Coast?
Yeah.
For the start of your baseball game?
That's why West Coast sports doesn't get as much eyes on it.
Yeah.
That's why no one likes the Pac-12.
Dude, and that's why just being like a diehard sports fan in New York or something would suck.
Yeah.
Or being a West Coast team fan on the East Coast would be the worst.
Yeah, that would be the worst. But, yeah.
Wait,
it's
so
super,
what time would their game... How long do the games last?
3 hours.
Damn.
So it would end at like 1 in the morning.
Is that 1?
Yeah, so like when the Yankees or the Red Sox or whatever are in Seattle, their game starts at 7:10, so it starts like 10 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, that blows.
Yeah, that's why you got to live on the West Coast. West Coast, best coast.
Yeah. Except that it just rains here all the time.
Don't
and
move
it's
here
depressing.
either. There's too many people.
Yeah, don't move to
here.
Seattle.
Go away.
My A this week is a man who he bought a lottery ticket late the day before the draw happened.
Okay.
The next day he Googled it and found out that he got the exact thing. He won $1 million.
Okay.
So then that day he freaks out. He called his girlfriend, or his fiance. He like bought a new car part for his friend, and then he took his friend out to lunch.
Before he even claimed his...
This was like in the afternoon before he went to go claim his money. And then after lunch, he realized, holy shit, I can't find my ticket. So he had like...
Dude.
He lost his ticket the day of winning $1 million. So he freaked out and he retraced his steps and he actually found it. He went back and he found the ticket in a parking lot and it was right where it left, just sitting on the ground. But he said it was like a really windy day and somehow this ticket was right where he expected it to be.
What a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, but like, dude, what an idiot. You have $1 million ticket in your hand and you just lose it.
So should that be my F? No, it's an A.
I mean, he
got
found
it
it
back.
as long as he ended up getting that money, but God, what an idiot.
Dude,
it seems like just the dumbest people win the lottery, and it's just so frustrating.
Yeah, he I don't know. I just feel like it's cool when it's someone that, could really use the $1 million. And from what I read, it sounded like he's, like a blue collar job. Yeah. I think it said he was like a electrician or something like that. And I don't know. I'm just really glad he did find it, because imagine if you're just like grinding and then you finally catch a break where you get $1 million fucking and then you lose it. That would be absolutely demoralizing.
Yeah, that'd be my last straw. I'd be like,
Kyle's
it's
like,
been
van life. It's van life.
It's
now.
van life or nothing now.
Yeah. Anyways, who failed this week?
Egypt, because they got that ship stuck in the Suez Canal. Suez? Yeah.
I don't know.
I
didn't even know that's in Egypt.
Yeah,
I never knew where that was.
Yeah, so that big ass ship got stuck in there, and they still don't know how or why it got stuck. I guess it kind of seems like there may have been. I don't know. I can already draw up some conspiracies that it was like a Japanese ship. Maybe they didn't want some certain things going through. Apparently, billions of dollars worth of stuff wasn't able to get sent through because.
Whoa. What's on the ship?
Well, not just on the ship, because it was blocking everybody else, and it's just that's just a highly trafficked thing for just commercial trading.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Damn. Is Conspiracy Kyle coming out right now?
He might be. I'm just saying there could have been some sort of foul play. I don't know. I've seen enough shows to think that there could be foul play there. You know, just because something happens doesn't mean that the basic answer is what actually happened. You
made that really complicated.
Exactly.
Maybe that was on purpose.
It was not on purpose. I just explained that horribly.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I didn't really do enough research. I just saw all the memes of people like, all right, we're going to take like a Dodge Ram, whatever, versus wait, no, is Dodge and Ram separate?
Dodge Ram is the same thing. Dodge Ram is a truck.
It's a Dodge company.
It's a
and
Dodge Ram.
So it's a
Ram's the truck. Yeah.
It's a model of a Dodge truck.
Yeah. It's like a Honda Civic.
Okay. So a Dodge Ram, and then what's
like a Chevy, like a Silverado.
Oh yeah, Chevy Silverado. Wow, those words are synonymous in my brain with like horses, because every fucking truck commercial has a horse in it.
Yeah. Just hella mud too. And a dude with a beard. Always has some scruff.
Yeah. So anyways, I don't know how that could possibly happen. Like, I just feel like it'd be really hard to crash a ship and get it stuck that bad.
Well, they did it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
My F this week, this could be an A or an F depending on who you're looking at, but there was a bowl that someone bought from a
like a bowl?
Yeah,
not
bowl.
Not like a bowl, like an animal. I was thinking like a bowl, like mess the bowl, you get the horns.
Yeah, not animal bowl, not like marijuana bowl, like super,
or like not like bowling.
Yeah, no, none of those bowls.
It's a lot of bowls.
A super cereal bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so a super cereal bowl?
No, just a fucking bowl. Just a bowl. God, what's so complicated? Just a bowl.
All right.
Okay. Why do you look so confused? I don't know. Okay.
All right, bowl. What about the bowl?
A bowl sold at a garage sale for $35. And it was one of those bowls that looks like those why are you grinning?
Because in my head I was going to make a joke, but I didn't want to say it. It's a bowl shaped like a bowl.
I hate you.
All right, continue. It's a bowl.
No, but you know how there's those Chinese dishes that are like very rare and
fine china.
Yeah, fine china basically, and they have like the blue. Some of them have like the blue designs on the white bowl. Yeah. It looked like one of those, and they bought it for $35, thinking it was either like a replica or a fake. Turns out it was real, and the person who bought it just sold it at an auction for $755,000.
What, for a bowl?
For a single bowl,
dog.
And I just have to say, if I sold something at my garage sale and someone resold it for that much, I would hate myself for life.
I would also hound them down a little bit and be like, hey, can I get like a little bit?
It's like, dude, give me like $2,000.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. And they probably wouldn't.
No.
And they don't really have a reason to give it to you.
Yeah.
But that would suck. Why are you going to, I mean, I wouldn't have known. Like, in their defense, why the fuck would they know that was real?
Yeah, no, I mean, they wouldn't unless
they had it.
They did like some in-depth research. But I guess if you have anything that looks like china, you should probably do a little research before selling it, just to make sure it's not real fine china.
Yeah, and if I have fine china, I'm selling that shit because, like, what am I going to use it for? You know?
Yeah, I think my family has some, like, there's these dishes that they're in this like special area of my house that I didn't even know that there was this little cabinet thing. I never knew it existed because we have to take cushions out. It literally is like what am I trying to say? My family has this little like bar area.
Yeah.
And there's these cushion things. And apparently under these cushions, there's this hidden compartment thing that I never knew about. And in there was one time in my life we've eaten with these dishes. And I was like, Mom, how come we never use these? She's like, oh, they're like really fancy from like my great grandmother. And like, we're only supposed to use them on really special occasions so that we don't like mess them up.
And like, I get that.
And so if my mom passes those down to me, I'm just saying, it's just a plate.
Hey, no, I agree.
know?
I'm not very pro having super fancy things. Like, I'd rather have just a regular $10 plate than like $1 million plate.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking that $1 million plate and I'm selling it.
But you're not a fan of plates.
No, I'm not.
So if you got a signed you're not a diehard
different.
fan of anyone. Why are you never a diehard fan? Because I can never give you any good hypotheticals because you're like, oh, I don't care about Steve Nash.
I like Steve Nash. It's just
Yeah, but if you had signed Steve Nash, if he like won the NBA Finals and you got a signed jersey that he wore in Game 7, would you keep it or sell it?
Yeah, I would keep that because that has a little more meaning to me. I mean, plates don't have any meaning to me. I just eat food off of them. I don't care what it looks like.
You got like a game worn arm sleeve from Big Cat in like a Barstool Sports 3-on-3 tournament.
What? I'm not gonna sell that.
Maybe it became very valuable. Maybe I don't know.
If that was valuable, I would sell it.
Wow.
What am I gonna do with an arm sleeve?
Keep it.
Where?
It's an antique.
That's what I've learned about myself and like, having a bunch of autographs. It's really cool when you're younger and stuff like that. But when you get older and you're like, it's just someone's name, it's not that special.
Yeah. And like you said, where am I going to keep this?
That too, when you don't have space to put these things that you have, you realize I don't really need these things.
Or sometimes you're like, I don't even want it.
No. Yeah.
Because it's just more annoying to deal with it.
Yeah. I just don't have a lot of things.
There you go. All right. Well, guys, that's it. Oh, one other little small mini A. It goes to me because I was door dashing, and this guy gave me his wrong address. And I called him. I was like, yo, dude, I'm here, but you're not here. And he's like, oh, yeah, I live like 25 minutes away. And I was like, I can't. I'm not driving that far because I got paid like $3 for this. And then he was like, oh, I'll just cancel it. So then he cancels it. I still get my money, and you
get the food.
Like 2 double bacon cheeseburgers, a Shamrock Shake, and a Sprite.
And you had all of it.
No, not the Sprite. McDonald's Sprite is fucking gross.
Whoa, what?
McDonald's Sprite? No,
is it different?
That's what it's known, bro. You see tweets about that. It's like it's a known thing that like McDonald's Sprite is not Sprite.
That's why.
It tastes so different.
And now that I think about it, it does have a certain. I can taste McDonald's
never
Sprite.
tastes like real Sprite.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyways, yeah. So I got free food and it was pretty dope. Guys, if you want to get cool PIMS merch like that, is that our PIMS hat?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, go get one of those at pims.store.
Also sweatshirts and t-shirts.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Kyle, where can I follow you?
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Kyle Stafford 36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast on all the same platforms.
Yeah, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/PIMS Podcast where you can get extra cool content every single week. And at the end of every month, there's a deleted scenes and bloopers videos, which are hilarious. And this last month in particular, there's a vlog too every month. And this last vlog was so funny. So go check it out. And with that being said, new episodes every Monday and Thursday. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.